Anyway, speaking of C-plus movies, we got Dylan's pick this week, that being the 1994 film The Santa Claus.
You really gotta throw me under the bus. So this is a movie about, I think it's not Tim Allen. I don't remember his name.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Just kidding, haha. Tim Allen runs a toy company. He murders Santa, and he tries to get his son to believe in Santa. His son's like, be Santa, and he does. And then he gets sucked into being Santa through the Santa Claus. Ha ha ha. And then next year he becomes Santa for real, gets arrested somehow, and finishes Christmas anyway, and somehow wins custody rights of his son for no reason, seemingly.
Fun fact, when this movie came out, it just so happened to make it so that Tim Allen had the #1 movie in the box office, the #1 TV show on cable, and the #1 New York Times bestseller book at the time.
Oh my gosh.
That's pretty good.
He was fucking killing it, dude.
Yeah.
What was that? The show was like Home Improvement or something, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I believe so. No, actually, I think it was... No, it was probably last... Wait, No, Last Man Standing came much later, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, it was probably Home Improvement. I feel like I don't remember reading the name Home Improvement, but maybe I'm just being crazy.
Potentially had some other show. Dylan, where are you putting this one?
C-.
Okay.
Holy shit.
It's a fairly reasonable rank. I'll say D+.
Whoa.
There we go. Close enough.
I'm also at a D+.
Close enough.
Damn, that's crazy. I'm in between a B and a B+.
Why?
Oh my gosh. Why did you like this movie so much, Tanner?
I love Christmas, you know? What can I say? I thought the movie was funny. I really liked that the angle of the elves being children. I thought that was kind of cute and entertaining, and had some Christmas magic in it, you know? And as I mentioned in every Christmas movie review, it had that little light touch of somberness in it that I think is necessary for a good Christmas movie. And then my big negatives are the effects are rough.
Oh, yeah.
Especially the sleigh flying, where it is very clearly a PNG being dragged across the background.
Just horrifically outdated.
Oh, yeah,
it's really bad. And then the fart jokes, they're, stupid toilet humor. And I feel like a lot of the humor in this movie isn't that lowbrow. So I don't know why they throw in, I think it was 2, it might have been 3 random fart jokes in there when they're leaning a lot more into not like super heady humor, but at least slightly more intelligent humor throughout the film.
Dude, children think farts are funny, consider.
Dylan's really just turning more and more into Jackson day by day, isn't he?
True.
Anyway, I think the effects being bad no pun intended, affected me a little more than you. I do think this movie is light and cute. I thought I had seen this movie. Apparently, I have only seen the second and third one, so this was new to me. It's really hard to overlook how bad the effects are in this movie. But other than that, I mean, it's fine for the most part. I do agree the elves being children is a nice touch to it. I don't think the kid actors were too terribly bad. I mean, even some of the practical effects were okay for the most part, like the elves flying, the reindeer being like animatronics or something. And obviously this is supposed to be like a character piece of, what's his name in this? It's SC,
Santa
Scott
Claus.
Calvin. Yeah, that guy. It's supposed to be
Scott
like
Cawthon.
a kid. Yeah, Scott Cawthon. It's supposed to be him, like, changing over time and becoming Santa Claus. And, physically it's shown, but it almost seems like immediately his character changes for no reason, and just all of a sudden he's Santa now.
Well, it's because of the
being,
Christmas magic.
Yeah, but, like, they don't really go to explain that. It feels out of place and out of nowhere. I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, I gave it a C-, so, take that with a grain of salt. But I enjoyed the movie, but, like, there are just a few nitpick things here that really bring it down for me. I probably maybe have the same gripes as you and Jackson. I am probably just less harsh on, well, C- and D+ aren't that different, but you know what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah, this movie's not very funny. It's got some funny jokes, but most of it's just not very funny. I think the only thing this movie really has going for it for me at all is I think the Santa's Workshop set is great. I think it's very well done. I think it's fun and fantastical, and I think the elves being kids too works. But yeah, the rest of the movie is just kind of bad for me. It's not very funny. The effects are really terrible. The plot's kind of stupid, especially near the end. It's it's just a dumb movie that I had to like do fake class for constantly because I thought that was a funnier bit than the actual jokes.
Yeah. Really, the CGI is the best thing about this film, even though it's horrifically bad. It's just funny to see.
I forgot about this shit too when he's like looking out the window of the Santa's Workshop and it's just a fucking like painting. That's just hilarious too. But they're working with what they have. But, like I thought that was very funny.
Why was it the call to have Santa get arrested? Like, surely they did all this preparation for, and they even did, like, technology upgrades. Why was Santa getting arrested part of the mix here? Why did that happen?
It is strange that he didn't have, like, some easy escape there. Like, I'll just go up the chimney or some shit.
Yeah, also, I'm not gonna try to sequel spoil the rest of it, but, like, in like every other movie that involves Santa, isn't it supposed to kind of just be a secret who Santa is? And then even more, this isn't a plot thread in any of the other ones, but like I feel like it should be more of a secret who Santa is. Like there's the select few like handful inner circle people who know that Santa is Scott. But like, why is he just on display throwing out toys for everybody? I thought the purpose was to stay hidden. Like, even in Elf, it was still pretty much, like, they had to expose Santa was real, but that's so, like, that Christmas cheer would go up and he could do his job, but even then, it was still secret. Why expose fully in this movie? There's a lot of weird decisions that happen towards the end of this movie.
This is basically just my version of Jackson hates time travel, but I really hate all these fucking Christmas movies where Santa Claus very obviously exists, but for some reason adults still just don't believe in him, and they don't give an explanation as to why that is.
Yeah, like, where are the fucking presents coming from? There's no other explanation.
I did end up saying something like that in the movie. I was just like, man, it's really just crazy that these people exist in a world where they have to believe in Santa, because if not, it'd be weird, because you don't go to sleep and then magically there's presents there that neither you or your spouse had placed there in the first place. And it's just a really world-breaking thing for no reason.
Like the fucking kid and the stepdad were even having a little argument about debating these points. This is why Santa Claus doesn't exist. Well, actually, this is what he can do. And it's like, at no point did they explain as to why that part exists.
Also, little nitpick that doesn't really matter. I feel like this did affect my rating, but regardless, why the fuck are you trying to convince it? That kid looked pretty young to me. Why the fuck are you trying to convince him that Santa isn't real? What kind of fucked up parenting are you trying to do? And I get the stepdad's like, I stopped believing in Santa Claus at 3, which I think was supposed to be funny, but like, why are you trying to convince? I don't know how old this kid was supposed to be, but like, he looked like the age where you don't tell him Santa isn't real. And then like, why? This was part of my gripe. Why the hell did the mom change her mind and just believe immediately that Scott was Santa, despite her thinking, like, 10 seconds prior he was insane for trying to convince their kid that he is Santa and that he needs to stay away from him? Like, what the fuck happened there?
Well, yeah, it's also just very strange in general that the fact that the kid thinks his dad is Santa is taken as such a massive deal to the point where he's no longer allowed to see his son.
Yeah, also that, there's so much legality, like, they're just like, oh man, it'd be really funny if Santa was a divorced dad, and then we caused some kind of legal trouble, but while he's in the midst of transforming into Santa, and that causes family turmoil. Like, what the fuck, they tried to make it make, and it didn't. I don't know why they did that, it made no sense.
But Tanner, you love this movie because you love Christmas, so I think I'm sticking at my D+, guys.
This movie stinks! I'm still sticking at my D+, which I think is honestly kind of generous.
I have whimsy, so I'll stick with my C-. Tanner, what are you changing your rank for the Santa Claus?
Man, I just really enjoyed this one. I think I'm gonna go with the higher of my 2 ranks and do a B+.
He just didn't hear anything we said about it.
Anyways, it lands at a C overall.
Appropriate, I think.
Not appropriate. What are you talking about? It's way too high.
That's why I said I think there's room for change.
Dude, C for Claus.
Oh.